AM 650 KGAB Radio. My name's Glenn Woods. Thanks for joining me. It's a Thursday, and I swear I can see the weekend from here. Sitting off to my left is Rebecca Reid, who is running for coroner in Laramie County. And I always like to start people off with the same question. Geez, I got this big mic boom in front of my face. I can't even see it. The big question that I always ask people straight off is, where are you from originally?
Originally, I am from Panama City, Florida.
Oh, another Florida, Sanibel Island.
Yeah, no.
No, that's me, Sanibel Island, way down
okay.
there. Yeah,
Awesome.
Panama City's way up top over there. Okay, we got to talk Florida stuff at the end of all this.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, what brought you? How in the world? People ask me this all the time. So, how in the world did you wind up in Wyoming?
Well, in 2013, my husband is actually military, and he got orders here to F.E. Warren.
Okay. So that brought you out here. Now, what brings you to the job of coroner after that?
Well, I've been doing death investigations for 11 years now.
Okay.
I also did it in Panama City, Florida. And we were here about a month, and I went and applied for a position out at the Laramie County Coroner's Office. Got hired on, and I've been doing it ever since, almost 5 years now.
5 years now. All right. Now, if a lot of people don't understand exactly what the job of a coroner is, because you watch television, you get this impression, well, you're in there, of course, dissecting the bodies that were found to find out the cause of death, but that's not necessarily your job, is it?
Well, that's part of the job, but that's not the full job. Our job as at the coroner's office is to determine cause and manner of death.
Right.
So with that, we work along with law enforcement and a forensic pathologist to determine that cause of death.
Okay. Now, you have to get certain qualifications as well. So are you up on all of your certifications? To be
I am.
Okay.
I'm American Board Certified Death Investigator through the St. Louis School of Medicine.
What attracts somebody to the job of coroner? Because it does take a certain personality type to want to get up in the morning, or at 2 in the morning, or at 4 in the morning, on weekends as well, to do something like this.
Yeah, so we work 24/7 pretty much. I have a passion for this job. I'm very passionate in what I do in this death investigation. I've been wanting to do this kind of work since I was 13, so that's what got me started. So,
is it the investigation that you like?
You know, what I like the most is serving the people of the community.
Right.
Being able to help them in a time of need and to give them some closure on what actually happened to their family member.
Okay, and that's the next part of it, because I've known, for some reason, I know several coroners in Wyoming since I came here. Never knew anyone in that business, that line of work, until I came to Wyoming. So if somebody dies, before it gets released to the press or anywhere else, you're the person.
I am.
You got to go talk to them about that.
I do.
How do you train for that?
I don't think you're ever ready. Every situation is different. So when you're walking up those stairs or going to knock on that door, you really know, you never know what to expect. I kind of just take a deep breath and I just let it go from there, and I explain to the families what happened, and I make sure I'm there and walk them through all the next processes and that sort of thing.
Okay. Now, another part of the job is there's always the paperwork that goes with it.
There is.
After all of that's done, someone's got to sit down and fill out what exactly?
So if we do an autopsy, then we'll have what's called an autopsy report. But we also have to do our coroner's report. So we make sure that all of our case files in order, whether it be medical records, the death records from the hospital, making sure we have all the demographic portions for our case file. Once that's complete and all your records are together, then we can actually close the case out.
Okay. Now, you realize that you're deputy coroner now?
I am the actual chief deputy coroner.
Chief deputy
Yes,
coroner.
sir.
Okay. So that's a lot of hours as it is. Does this up your hours if you become the coroner?
No.
No, it doesn't?
No.
About the same amount?
About
Okay.
the same amount.
Because I say that because I know all of the coroners that I do know here in Wyoming have bags under their eyes. There's not a whole lot of sleep because, the hours are just crazy. There's no such thing as a 9-to-5 job. So how do you get used to that?
Well, I think as you get older, it's a little bit harder for you to wake up in the middle of the night. But when you're passionate about something, you're ready to go to work.
Right.
You know, and I enjoy going to work every day.
And people ask me about that because I get up at 2:30 and get here by 3. How in the world do you do that? Well, because there's a passion for doing it.
Right.
So I can understand that. All right. Anybody running against you in this one? Or is it-
Yes.
yes, there is.
So
Okay.
we have 2 other Republicans.
And the difference between you and them is?
The difference between me and them is I have 11 years experience. I have extensive field experience and qualifications to do the job.
I'm talking with Rebecca Reid. She's running for coroner of Laramie County. More in just a moment. And your questions are welcome to 632-6500.
Do you hear that noise? Are you headed on a road trip soon? Is your vehicle hard starting when it's cold? John Macho, Toyota of Laramie, saying, we are taking same-day appointments for service. We work on all makes and models, and we have master ASE and certified technicians on site. From basic maintenance to major repairs, Toyota of Laramie can help. For your convenience, we also are open on Saturdays. Call 307-742-7423 or visit our website at toyotaoflaramie.com. Again, call 307-742-7423.
The world's top cowboys and cowgirls are riding their hearts out. The best country music is rocking all night. And Murdoch's Ranch and Home Supply is bringing you the best deals on Wrangler clothing. Like buy 2, get 1 free on Wrangler pants. That's right, buy 2 Wrangler jeans or work pants, get 1 free. Plus, Murdoch's famous barbecue presented by Wrangler is Saturday, July 21st from 11 to 1. Grab a burger and soda for only $0.25. See store for details. Hurry to Murdoch's in Cheyenne today.
The redesigned 2018 Ford Expedition is exceeding all expectations. Power, comfort, tech, Laramie Peak Motors in Wheatland is ready to get you in the driver's seat. With the new 10-speed transmission, it's best in class in towing for SUVs. Storage capabilities have never been better, and the Wi-Fi hotspot keeps everyone happy. As far as what the experts say, Motor Trend says Expedition is now the class leader. Kelley Blue Book says there's simply no comparison. So what do you have to say? Come test drive one today. Check out our Expedition inventory at LaramiePeakMotors.com.
I'm Dr. Gadget, and Master Spas has my seal of approval. You don't have to be a world-class swimmer to train like one. The Master Spas Swim Spa delivers world-class training and relaxation. Master Spas Wave Propulsion System offers a deeper, smoother current that's fully adjustable from beginners to elite swimmers. The ergonomically designed seats and jets provide a full-body massage while melting stress and tension away. The perfect blend of fitness, relaxation, and fun. For a $1,000 off coupon and a dealer nearest you, go to masterspas.com.
Cheyenne news, weather, sports, and this guy who helps you spit your coffee across the dashboard. It's KGAB's Wyoming Wake Up with Glenn Woods on AM 650 KGAB.
7:16 is the time. It's AM 650 KGAB Radio. My name is Glenn Woods. Thanks for joining me. Phone number to get involved, 632-6500. Sitting in front of me, I have Rebecca Reid, who is running for coroner here in Laramie County, who has been doing the job again. How many years now?
11.
11 years now. Wow. Where did you start at?
Panama City, Florida.
And you started in the coroner's office in Panama City.
Well, I started in the medical examiner's office.
So from the medical examiner's office, what led you? Well, first off, what led you to that job in the first place?
So my grandfather died when I was 13,
Okay.
and he was bitten by a rattlesnake out in Arizona. Laid there for about a week until someone was able to find him. So when we went to the funeral home, my dad being an ordained minister, he was doing the services. I said, Dad, I'd really like to see Grandpa one last time. And he goes, okay. And so we went to the funeral director, and he goes, I don't think that's a good idea. And my dad was like, let her see him. And so I did. I tried to put what I saw back, in the back of my mind. But at that point in time, I said, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life.
Wow, that's an early passion there.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you work your way up then from that initial position to where you are now?
Just the training and the experience and making sure I'm working long hours, so I'm training a lot and keeping up on my qualifications.
Okay. And let's talk for those people who are not aware of it. What exactly are the qualifications meant to do? You have to be qualified in what?
Well, here in the state of Wyoming, to be a coroner, you only have to be 18 and have a high school diploma.
Okay.
The statute states that you have to, within a year, go to a coroner basic academy, which is at the law enforcement academy. There's other medical examiner's office and stuff around the state that you have to have criminal justice degrees, or you have to have some kind of, a BS or a AS or something like that. So it varies in different states.
Well, I guess that would be because there is some investigating that has to be in your job. I mean, aren't there times that you walk onto a scene and say, whoa, wait a minute, and have to ask everybody to back off so you can essentially walk the grid and see what happened?
Yeah, so there might be when you get the call, you might not know what you're walking into, and when you get there, your evidence is starting to show you that there's something suspicious or foul play. So at that time, you have to be able to trust your workers and the people that you're working with, that evidence won't go missing or something like that.
Okay. So that goes back to part of the record keeping then, because when it comes to when there is foul play, aren't you the person who's in charge of the records?
That is correct. Yeah. And you have to make sure your chain of custody forms and with the deceased and all the evidence is in order. If not, and it goes to court, you could possibly lose the case.
Okay. Are you called to testify?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Have you testified before?
I have in Florida. I have not here yet in Wyoming.
Okay. All right. How many hours do you think you're pulling right now per week? Because, I mean, again, everybody I know is in your job has bags under their eyes.
Yeah. Well, do I have bags under my eyes?
Not right now. No, you're looking good.
Well, let's just say last week I put in 52 hours.
Oh, well, okay.
And there's maybe some weeks that I put in 90. Right. It just all depends on the cases.
How many of those hours were actually just regular 9 to 5 hours?
Well, since I'm the chief deputy, I have to make sure I'm in the office Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. But I'm on call some of those days, so there is days that I will be out in the field working.
So you're kind of rotating who's on call when?
Yes.
Okay, good. That means somebody can get some sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Working with other coroners from other counties and other states?
We do some with death notifications, and if there was an incident that occurred in their jurisdiction and they were transported to our hospital here, we'll work along with them and let them, if they want to take jurisdiction back over the case.
So if you were to get elected as the coroner for Laramie County, is there, I assume you would be bringing your own style after all these years of working. Is there any way you would run the office that'd be a little bit different in your own style?
Yeah, so my own style, I'm very technology person, so I would really like to see, we still handwrite all of our case names and case numbers into a little book. Right. I would like to see a database to where we can actually input all of our case files into a database and be able just to print from there.
See, I didn't realize we were still paper and pen here.
We are, yes.
Okay. Well, that would involve, I guess, going to the state and asking the state, or would you ask the county or the city, where do the funds come from to make that kind of changes, and what do you think, how much would it be?
Well, right now I'm actually working with the State Vital Records Office on their pilot project, and it's a database for all of the coroners in the state of Wyoming, which is going to be funded by the state through a grant, so it will not be coming out of the coroner's budget whatsoever.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Now, what does that involve? I'm used to technology, audio, video, social media, stuff like that. So what kind of, what do you need as far as programs go? That must look completely different than anything I've ever seen. Or is it just record keeping?
Well, it's just record keeping. Okay. So you have to make sure that this is on a secured computer or a secured site, because actually our records and stuff are not public record. Right. So autopsy reports, photographs are not public record. So what this system will do is import into a secure database, and then we will be able to pull numbers for there. So say we like to see how many suicides we've had in the last year, or how many heroin overdoses. We can actually type that in and be able to pull that up. So all of our case file, and we can actually import all older case files also.
Okay. I'll finish up with Rebecca Reid. She's running for coroner, Laramie County. In just a moment, it's AM 650 KGAB Radio.
Washington's war on the West is threatening our Wyoming way of life. But Sam Galiotis is a Wyoming native who is committed to protecting our conservative values. And like President Trump, Sam Galiotis is the political outsider and successful conservative businessman we need to take on government agencies like the BLM and EPA. Sam will cut bureaucratic red tape and help President Trump repeal Obama's burdensome regulations, because Sam Galiotis knows low taxes and less regulation will grow our economy, attract new businesses, protect the businesses that already call Wyoming home, and create new jobs for our kids. Sam's a conservative Republican who is strongly pro-life, an uncompromising defender of the Second Amendment. And as a Wyoming native, Sam Galiotis will champion the conservative family values that make us Wyoming. Conservative Republican businessman Sam Galiotis for governor. Conservative ideas and a fresh perspective for Wyoming. Paid for by Galiotis for governor.
Republican Mark Gordon's real-life experience has already made state government work better. As state treasurer, Mark Gordon cut costs, doing more with less. He increased Wyoming investment returns, and his office was recognized as the most transparent in America. And when government wasn't following the Constitution, Mark Gordon said, we're going to. Now we are. Mark Gordon has the courage to take action and the know-how to make government work better. Republican Mark Gordon for governor.
Paid for by friends of Mark Gordon.
Get your news on demand when it's convenient for you at KGAB.com.
It's AM 650 KGAB Radio. My name is Glenn Woods. Thanks for joining me. It's a Thursday, and I swear I can see the weekend from here. Sitting in the studio with me is Rebecca Reid. She's running for coroner here in, I keep wanting to say Campbell County, but that's because last coroner that I knew was up there in Cameron County, Laramie County here. And she has how many years experience again?
11.
11 years experience total. And your now current title is?
The Chief Deputy Coroner.
Which is what, just under the coroner? So
it is, yes, sir.
And you have people under you that work for you?
Just one.
Just one, okay. Have you been an employer before or a boss hiring and firing people?
I was in Panama City, Florida.
Okay.
I was the head forensic investigator there in Panama City, so.
All right. Have you had to deal, how much have you dealt with because I know part of this is dealing with the police, but dealt with the police over the years in investigations?
Every case that we're working with law enforcement.
You are, okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then I was going to ask about, dealing with the families, but of course you always have to deal with the families in some case like that. But in some way or another you have to deal with law enforcement. Are you the one who lets them know whether there needs to be an investigation or not?
So we get, if here in Laramie County, as long as it's not a hospice case,
right,
we get called to every death.
Okay.
Hospital or, at a residence and that sort of thing. So we work along with law enforcement and we all determine, whether or not we should have an autopsy if it's suspicious. We all work together as a team.
Boy, this is a morbid question, but how busy does that keep you in a county the size of Laramie County? I mean, how many, let's say, deaths would you see during the course of a week?
Well, last week we were really busy. So last week I was on call. I had 5 cases. This week I have had 4 so far. Yeah. So it varies. Right now we're at case number 175 for the year. And last year we were about at 182. Okay. So we're not too far behind from last year.
So are most of these just people who, they just got old or they had an accident?
Naturals.
Natural causes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's actually comforting to know. Rather than you were called because this was we're not Chicago, in other words.
Right.
Yeah, this is much more natural causes here, which I suppose would be easier on you.
I enjoy working with families and doing death investigations. So every case I get, whether it's a homicide, suicide, or natural, I enjoy being able to help the families in a time of need.
Okay. Well, there's good that there's the passion for that. So if you get the job as coroner, is there any additional training that you would have to go through for that job, or are you currently as certified as you need to be?
No, I'm currently as certified as I need to be. Okay. Of course, I like to take my continuing education training and just to keep my qualifications up.
Okay. Now, isn't part of that you have to constantly go back for retraining?
Yes. So with American Board of Death Investigation and for post-certification here in the state of Wyoming, we have to have so many hours of training each year.
Okay. So let's talk about your campaign real quick here.
Okay.
I know you've been busy.
Yes.
But still, though, you've had a chance, to knock on a few doors?
I have, and I've been in a few parades and been able to do some community stuff, and I've really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, work has been keeping me busy a lot, so I haven't been able to do a lot.
Okay. Other than that, besides the radio interview, I've seen your yard signs all over the place.
Yes.
So there's plenty of those out there.
Oh,
good,
yes.
Good support so far?
Yes, great support. Okay. I'm very grateful for everybody in the community.
Okay. I did find your page up on Facebook. Do you have a website people can go to?
I do. Rebecca Reid for Coroner.com.
Okay. Grab your headphones real quick, because this might be for you. This is Glenn, who's on the phone with us.
Good morning, Glenn. It's Lisa.
Yes, ma'am.
Just as an interesting tidbit, did you know that the coroner is the only person in authority that can arrest the sheriff?
Did you know that?
I did know that, but I believe 2 years ago it might have been changed.
Okay. Well, that would be interesting to know, though. Just so you can have that in your back pocket so the next time you're at, let's say, a party and the sheriff is there, just to remind him that I'm the only person in town that could arrest you. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be stepping on Denny Glick's toes.
Tossing that out there, maybe you can have some fun with it. Where do you go from here? You got just a little while ago and then the primaries hits. And so you're going to be out there still knocking on doors, or we can expect to see you in more media?
Yes, knocking on doors, some more media. I'll be August 4th in Pine Bluff for the Trail Day parades.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. One thing I've always wondered about is it seems kind of weird to me to see a coroner in a parade. You got to make a happy float.
Yeah.
Or some way.
Well, we got to show our happy side.
Yeah,
Because, we're always having to deal
with
with the deceased and, death
well,
and that
for
sort
those
of
who
thing.
don't know, I actually did walk down the hallway to bring into the studio, and I was chanting, "Bring out your dead." So maybe the scene from Monty Python. Do you know the one I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, dear Lord.
I may have to watch it.
You're going to have to go watch that one. Yeah, there's a scene out there where just look it up on YouTube. All right. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much
Coming
for
up on
having me.
News Time, it's AM 650 KGAB Radio. You can also find us on KGAB.com. If you did not catch all of this interview, that's okay, because it's going to be on Facebook. It already is on Facebook right